Hi guys, it's Jesse again. Listen, I wanted to talk to you guys about something because I noticed something. If you look at these atheist videos that are on YouTube, look at the comments that these supposed atheists are leaving. A lot of them capitalize the word God, and they do it repeatedly. Now, does this mean anything? Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I've always been kind of abstract in the way I think, but here's what I do think. I think that, maybe not consciously, but subconsciously, they still do respect and truly love God. So I started thinking, Jesse, what would make somebody kind of turn away God? Because there's definitely no positive that comes from receiving His love, right? So I started thinking the only thing that would make somebody turn away from God is if they lose somebody, maybe a loved one or a friend of theirs has passed on and they didn't really like the timing of it. Maybe the person wasn't of the age that they felt was cool enough to go, so to speak. Or maybe even, their wife or their husband has left them, or, the mother or father of their child. Sometimes there's pain that's so hurtful that the only thing you can do is, just pull out your biggest nuclear bomb that you have in your bag of pain, so to speak, and that's just to let God go. Right? I mean, how much pain do you have to really be feeling? So anyway, I started thinking, what can we do? Well, Christians, I think it's obvious. We need to pray, and we need to specifically pray for these people because, let's face it, some of them aren't true atheists. I'd be willing to bet, mathematically speaking, that out of the millions of those people that are leaving comments, how many of them at night are having something like this happen, where they close their eyes and the last thing they probably say is, Lord, you've just put so much pain in my heart, and I'm just mad at you right now. It's going to take me time. It's true. Maybe they don't all do that, but I'm sure some of them do, and they definitely need your prayers, right? Oh, and by the way, science has been messing around again, and they've isolated what they think is the faith gene. Now, what's that mean? That means atheists, some of you guys have been cursed with this faith gene. Well, according to science, you usually can't stop what you're going to be. If science says you got the fat gene, you're probably going to be fat, right? Well, you got the faith gene. So ultimately, that means that deep down inside, you really do believe. So you're going to have to just stop fighting it and start praying with us. Oh, and by the way, Catholics, I want to talk to you about something because I was born and raised Catholic, but I'm not Catholic anymore, and let me tell you why. And I think a lot of religious groups do this. You use what I call mock prayer. Let me give you an example. With Our Father who art in heaven, it's not that it's not a beautiful prayer. It's not that you shouldn't say it maybe a couple times a month. But I really believe that predominantly your communication with God should be communication itself. I mean, He knows English, right? He invented all the languages. By the age of 3, your first memories, you already knew how to speak. There's a reason that you have the tongue that you do. Talk with Him. I kind of, if you want an example of what I'm saying, if you ever go behind McDonald's or Burger King, and if they ever have a worker there that's, from Mexico, you say something like, hi, my name's John, nice to meet you. And they say, hi, my name's Julio, nice to meet you. And the next day you go up to them and you say, hey, how are you doing? And they say, hi, my name's Julio, nice to meet you. And the moral of that little, story there is when you say the same prayer every single night to God, what's that say to Him? He wants to talk to you. He's just like you. Anyway, you guys have a good night.